Live from the Arnold Classic. I got a little bit of delay in my ear here.
Yeah.
There we go. 2015 Arnold Classic at the Mutant booth. Big Rob Partlow. We're supposed to have Jose and Dusty on. Unfortunately, this is so crazy in here. I'm not surprised that they didn't make it down. But we got Johnnie Jackson here. He's just going to watch prejudging, going to watch your boys at prejudging, eh?
Damn right. I can't wait, man. It's going to be an awesome prejudging, too.
Yeah, you bet. I took a walk down there to try and find the boys. And it was so crazy by Dana and Rob's booth, the Flag Nor Fail booth, that the fire department was down there they looked like they were freaking out.
Yeah, I can't even imagine. I saw Rob this morning going to breakfast, and I told him, I said, dude, I can't even imagine. We were crazy, so I can't even imagine what's going on at your booth right about now.
It's just, I know. So I made it back. We got you on. What's going on with Johnnie Jackson?
Oh, man, there's a lot of stuff, man, a lot of exciting stuff. Talking about Jose, Raymond, too bad. I was looking forward to seeing him myself. And one of the things, because seeing him win here is exciting for me. Only he's a really good buddy of mine, for one, but for two, we have the same nutritionist, Chris Aceto. As well as yourself.
Yeah.
The guy is the man. I always wanted to work with him, and I finally got the opportunity. So to see some of his work early in the year is really great, and so give me more motivation to listen to what he says and get ready for the Toronto Pro.
Yeah.
This is my first show.
Yeah, no, we're all excited for you. It's going to be a good year, and I think doing something fresh will be a great change for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How's Chris been so far? He's pretty laid back. Like, he just looks at pictures, eh? Pictures.
Right. Yeah. But I wouldn't call him laid back because it happens every 3 days.
Yeah. I guess the pictures are so frequent.
Yeah, I'm totally not used to that. I'm used to going 2 or 3 weeks without talking to my nutritionist, and then, getting them mapped out from there. With him, it's every 3 days we're on top of it, So it's a big confident builder, and I'm excited, man. I can't wait to see what happens, at the end of this thing.
Yeah, no, we're excited for it too. And you got a new shirt.
Oh, absolutely. We didn't bring one in on here, but
that's okay. They got to go buy them. They got to go buy them if they want to see one.
But besides the shirt, the Johnnie Jackson Gas Signature Series shirt, we also have Johnnie Jackson Power Wraps. You know what I mean? So if you want to get your deadlift up, you got to get your pair of Johnnie Jackson Power Wraps.
There we go.
I'm not going to say you're going to be as strong as I am.
I know.
It's going to help.
I'm sort of waiting for some Johnnie Jackson stuff to just arrive in my mailbox from Gasp. I'm assuming that they will definitely distribute some of it to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I don't want to be the guy who's like, can I have some? Waving my hand. So I'm just hoping it all shows up. But it's definitely going to be a big year for you, Johnny. It seems like every year you get more and more popular. Now, at the LA Fit, you were saying that you were kind of surprised it was still just rolling along for you. Like, the fans are still lining up, still going crazy.
It's awesome.
It's been over a decade.
Dude, it's been an awesome ride. Man, thank you guys out there, Mutant Nation. Thank you so much. Just getting signed on a year ago with here in Mutant just blew my mind because,
Has it only been a year?
Yeah, that's it.
I've aged 5 since you came on the team.
Right? I'm sure. And, at where I am in my career, it was pretty much like heading out the door, you know what I mean? Then I get signed on to Mutant, this awesome company, you know what I mean? All this awesome products and stuff like that, man, and everything's just shot up, everything's going up, So, hey, I'm not going to think about retiring, I'm going to think about getting better and competing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And kicking some butt, so.
Yeah, and it's funny that, I'm not a 10-time Olympia appearance pro show winner guy, but the older you get, the smarter you got to train, the smarter you got to diet, the smarter you got to do everything, and you can just keep it going.
Absolutely. Well, you said it. That's the name of the game.
Yeah.
It's definitely a thinking man's game. When people look at us or think as bodybuilders, as knuckleheads, all they want to do is, lift and that's it. You are the idiot.
Yeah.
This is so complicated. And getting to tell you the truth, the food doesn't change. The food pretty much, the type of food that you have to eat during your diet, it doesn't change. The thing is the approach on finding out when you should introduce simple carbs, when you should introduce complex carbs.
Yeah.
What time of the day, you know what I mean? And what will benefit your body the most to make it more efficient and to head towards your goal.
Well,
so,
that's one of the reasons I'm happy you're working with Chris, because one thing I learned working with him is like pictures tell the story.
Absolutely.
And that's all you know what I mean? Like, that's the bottom line.
Absolutely.
And he asks for him so frequently that, you know, he can't lose track of where you're at.
Well, yeah, and I need that right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Especially traveling so much, too.
Well, not only that, but at the end of the year, last year, my last show was the Phoenix Pro, and man, I walked away from that with my tail so far up my butt. You know what I mean? I was tasting hair. You know what I mean? It was horrible. And, you know what I mean? So, to say the least, you know, I stopped lifting. You know, I just became an old man and an old family man.
How long did it take? How long did it take before you realized that wasn't for you?
Well,
wait a minute, I want to be an old man.
Yeah, well, I don't want to admit the time it took me to turn it around. I was getting ready to tell you, but that sound bad. So,
yeah.
You know, you know, let's move on.
But another year, we got a new year ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. So, like I said, I just like put everything down, let my body rest. I was hurting so bad, and then mentally, of course, I was distraught. You know, from not winning that show, getting second place. So I really was contemplating, I'm done. You know, I think I'm done. You know, even though Butin has been awesome, I got another year with them. I was like, you know, I'll do what I need to do to, you know, keep faith with them, of course, and be professional. But, you know what I mean? I was like, you know, I can't see myself going any further.
Yeah.
You know, so it took me about 3 months to, you know, shake that off me, you know what I mean? And I started about January, mid-January, I started training again and stuff like this. And yeah, you came down to train with me. So
yeah, we got a good video coming out.
Yeah, after that, I found my groove pretty much after we trained together and stuff like that. And man, it's been 100 miles an hour since.
Well, I always have people ask me, what's it like to train with Johnnie Jackson? And I had an analogy that I said to one person, and they laughed. They thought it was hilarious. And I said it was like WWE meets NASCAR.
Hell yeah, that sounds just about right.
It was like, you better buckle up.
Hell yeah,
because you know you're gonna feel it. And
absolutely.
And it's you know we had the little teaser that we put out. We're showing it right now. The slow-mo deadlift teaser that everybody loves so much.
Yeah.
And
awesome.
And that was
and we're showing the Johnnie Jackson's signature series shirt.
There's
also.
the shirt, the belt,
so
and the wraps.
There it is.
So there you go. And then we also showed the little teaser on my puke video, which got 30,000 hits.
Oh my God!
That was a classic.
Yeah. I think 10,000 of them was me. Because I sure enjoyed it, boy.
No, it was a good time. And you actually hadn't really deadlifted like seriously for a little bit because you were just getting back into the gym.
Yeah.
So you're working the kinks out. I hadn't deadlifted for a long time because they'd been bothering me, and so I had to deadlift at least once the week before just to get ready for you. And so I was pretty happy with pulling 6 for a triple.
Hell,
I hadn't pulled it in a long time.
Are
you know?
kidding me?
Yeah, you know.
So awesome. That got me fired. I was like,
I mean, I know I can pull 7, but I just got to get back in the groove. So I'm looking forward to it. But you've inspired me to get that number up. You know, just get it up.
Absolutely.
So look who we got here.
Hey.
Dusty Hanshaw.
Absolutely.
I gotta trust these chairs. I get a little nervous.
Yeah.
Chubby.
Yeah.
So this is IFBB Pro.
If they can handle Ron,
there you go. You got a mic there. IFBB Pro Dusty Hanshaw showing up a little fashionably late, but this expo is so ridiculous. After walking down that end, I don't know how you can expect anybody to make it.
Well, I got to be honest. I also had Jose with me, and he did something last night. I don't really know what, but a lot of people wanted a picture.
Does it involve tequila?
That was after the first thing he did. Very interesting situation.
Yeah, no, it's definitely good to have you back on the show. The first one we did was great. We got lots of hits, lots of views, and a lot of people were surprised that we had you on because you're with a different company. But that's what we're trying to do here, is just have fun with bodybuilding, you know?
Yeah, and the thing is also, is like, it doesn't matter if you're a different company or you're with this company, we like to bring stars on. You know, we like to bring people that Mute Nation want to hear what they got to say, and hear what they're getting ready to do.
Yeah.
So that's the premises of what we do here.
And
also.
we see iForce as another hardcore brand. You know?
Right, yeah.
You know, the training videos that you guys put out, like, you know what I do in my lunch hour? I watch you train legs.
I love it. Now, do you always wear the robe that I saw online when you're doing that?
Yes, that's my lunch. That's how everyone knows I'm on lunch break. Is I put my robe on.
That's funny.
And I have my big cup of coffee, and everyone's like, "Oh, don't talk to Ron. He's on his break."
You got a
So
smoke
it's like
jacket
a
on.
sign, but it's a robe.
Yeah. I take my pants off too. But no, it's you know, I'm out there. I always like to watch some good videos too. I like to see some good content, and to be honest, like your iForce videos are awesome because they're real balls out training. You guys do a good job of presenting them, and I mean, you're a hardcore, you know, super intense guy in the gym. You know, you're not the type of guy who's texting between sets and
Selfie.
taking selfies in the squat rack and stuff. You know, you're there to train.
Commentating while you're going through it.
Yeah, I watched you and John Ward kill legs the other day, and then I watched your video where you're doing rows talking to John Ward.
Yeah, we like to have a little healthy trash talk. You know how that is.
Yeah, no, that's definitely healthy. So
Absolutely.
he's another guy we'd love to have on. So, but you know, we see you guys as you know, there's not a lot of companies that are really taking care of the hardcore market like I think both of our companies are. And so that's why we like to, you know, invite you guys on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, and I mean, we've got, the cool thing is with iForce, just like Mutant, they understand that it's about the fans. Our fans are already your fans.
Yeah.
So what's the difference? So why not come
We all
together?
work with Chris.
Yeah, exactly. there it is.
You know, we got Chris's fans too, right? You know?
Funny.
That is a classic little piece there.
Yeah, I actually told Chris what was going on today at this time, and he said he was going to try and make it down, but I know these weekends are just ridiculous for him with the prejudging going on and all that stuff. You know,
what do you got? Cedric, Jose, and Eduardo.
Oh yeah,
right?
and yes,
I'm sure
it's
he's
a busy
totally,
weekend.
really
but
busy.
I think he said he definitely wanted to see some behind-the-scenes footage. If we had any.
All of our footage appears to be behind the scenes since we don't really hold anything back.
Yeah, you bet. Well, what we're going to do here is we're going to roll a commercial that we have for the new Pro 100, our new our gourmet designer flavored protein. So we're going to run the commercial for the Pro 100, and when we come back, we're going to have Dusty Hanshaw and his nephew on live at the Mutant booth.
Cool.
Big Ron Partlow here, and we're doing a taste test. So we've got the new Mutant Pro 100. We've got one of our leading competitors. We're pretty confident that we're going to dominate this one. Keep them on the right sides, water in between. So take your time, smell it, taste it. We've got more if you need more. So we got a definite decision?
Definite decision.
That's a Mutant Pro 100.
The milk chocolate flavor definitely drew me over to the Mutant Pro 100.
Okay. This is the Pro 100. I had the competitor marked.
The other one pretty much seemed almost flavorless in comparison. Yeah, it was really good. It tasted, yeah, pretty much just like a birthday cake.
This one.
There you go. I heard it goes straight to your glutes and quads.
There we go.
So you picked the Pro 100.
I like the creamy texture of it.
That's the new Mutant Pro 100.
It was good. It was very flavorful and very thick.
That's the Mutant Pro 100.
It's definitely better. Like, it tasted a lot more natural, and I could tell right away.
And it went very well. We had 9 out of 10 people on average pick the Pro 100. As for the other people at 1 out of 10, I mean, you know, some people still like Nickelback. As for that 1 out of 10, I mean, you know, some people like their flavor to be completely unrecognizable from 10 other brands. As for that 1 out of 10, I mean, there are people out there that like to taste the dirt. And as for those 1 out of 10, I mean, not everybody really lifts. As for that 1 out of 10, I mean, somebody's going to see the Twilight movies. We are back. We're live from the Mutant booth at the 2015 Arnold Classic. Again, Dusty Hanshaw still on from before the break, and now we are welcoming the 2015 Arnold Classic 212 champion, the Boston Mass. How's it going, man? I'm really happy to have you on.
Good. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, so what's going through your mind today? You just won the biggest show you've ever won. That's the biggest win of your career.
Your check that you're writing me has to be bigger because I won. I agreed to come on here before I won. And I only charge you a small amount.
Did Dusty tell you about the text I sent him? I said he better not back out for a Letterman spot just because he won the show.
No, for you, anything, buddy.
So, you know, what's on the plan now? I mean, you going to just enjoy the trophy for a bit, or are you already thinking in your head, who's next?
No, there's never time to really rest mentally because you're going against the best in the world. I'm one of them.
Yeah.
But to truly prove that I am the best, it's a 365-day-a-year thing. I got to go dig deep and dig deeper to try and take out Flex Lewis and repeat this, if not be better. I got to be better to beat Flex Lewis.
Right.
So I don't have time to rest on my laurels. Never did.
Yeah.
Never will.
I was talking to some fans today, and they asked me how I thought you looked last night. I said, you look like you were solid concrete that was compressed to be even denser.
That's a good answer. That's an Aceto-ism.
It is very much. He's rubbed off on me, I will admit.
Compressed concrete.
Actually, Chris sent me a text. I said, what happened at prejudging? He said, Jose blew the roof off. Literal structural damage. State Farm won't cover it.
That's
par for Chris.
Yeah, I love that.
So now everyone wants to know the big question. To win the Arnold Classic 212, how many muffins did you have to eat?
That's a tough one.
That is a tough one, but he had me eating them all the way up until Wednesday before I left. Yeah, he would have had me bring them. I'm like, I'm all set, you know. I literally had one at least every other day for the last 3 weeks leading into the show. I was ready at 2 weeks out, and that's why, because my weight would have kept dropping, so he kept giving me high days every other day, every day.
Right. Now, at this point, what weight does your body comfortably want to sit at versus that, getting down to 212? Like, where do you think you could be totally ready if you didn't have to worry about a number?
Probably 212 would be perfect. I mean, I'm peeled at 215, 214, but peeled and contest peeled are two different things. At 215, I'm still having trouble getting into shots, like reaching my hand behind my back. At 212, 211, 210, I can do it nice.
The waist feels smaller, you feel empty.
Yeah, I can pull the vacuum a little better.
Yeah.
It's just a little more 3D and still big at 212, But I'm ready. I'm more conditioned than most people at 215.
Yeah, no doubt. So when you look at your physique, I don't know, have you really had a chance to look at stage shots from last night?
Nothing quality. Every picture I saw, I was like, I kind of got lucky with that one. But
you feel like you look better in your kitchen, right? That's how sometimes
I look better in video. Any video I see where you can see feathering and stuff moving under the skin, that's always a lot better than a still shot.
Yeah. Still shot just I remember talking to Jay Cutler once, and he was talking about how people are so critical of the photos from the show. And, because he had the one quad that was always noticeably bigger than the other quad all through most of his career.
Right.
And he said, yeah, but that's in a picture. The judges, when you're moving around, they don't see that stuff when you're moving.
Right.
It's when you freeze that moment in time that the flaws are more apparent. So they're seeing a moving version of Jose, which is obviously, you think, freakier than the still photo
for sure,
of Jose.
for sure. My glutes from the side are doing this.
Yeah.
Every move I make, my legs are doing that. It's I walk out on stage and you see all shit like that, but on a still shot, you don't catch it.
Yeah.
So it's very different.
Now, what's your day been today? Did you photo shoot already?
Yeah, I shot with MD early in the morning. I got up at 5. I was in bed at 1:40.
Yeah.
I was trying to return all the text messages and emails and shit. And slept about 3 hours, shot for 4 hours, then just had another interview, and now I'm here.
You're here on Mutant Live with
the
Dusty
life
Hanshaw.
of fame right there. That's the life of fame.
It sure sounds easy,
it's a rough
doesn't
bill.
It is.
So now, as the 212 Arnold champion, do you feel that people are going to take you more seriously for the Olympia than possibly last year?
True bodybuilding purists, yes. The majority of the internet land, no. They're still morons. They still don't know bodybuilding. They're still gonna look at Jose. He's blocky. He's short. He's fucking ugly. They're not gonna be the purists who like rock hard, dense muscle. are going to say he's always been this way. He's a little bit better. He's a little bit better. If he gets a little bit better, he's going to be #1 in the world.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Well, people who know.
The people that like real nasty conditioning and dense, grainy muscle and aren't sitting behind a computer weighing 150 pounds.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And that's all I care about.
Now let's talk about social media for a second. I know it's like something everyone talks about, but as now a world champion Arnold Classic 212 winner, when you think of your own social media, what's your approach?
I put as little as I can on there. It's nonsense. Listen, I'm not a 17-year-old girl. I'm a 40-year-old man.
Yeah.
I don't post stupid shit. I have to because it's part of the game, and to support my sponsors, iForce Nutrition, I have to do that. And
so what do you choose to post? You post some hardcore shots,
yeah,
post.
Usually some quick video shots of me
Yeah.
doing something silly or something crazy, a pose or something. Even that I don't like putting out there too fast.
I understand how you feel. I mean, the last thing I want to do is be one of those pages where it's all the same thing over, like selfie.
Right.
I try to do something that's maybe a little funny, or I'd rather just be in a picture with somebody who's interesting. You know what I mean?
I like that. I like
that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And then Dusty, I mean, I liked your post this morning. Nothing's fucking open. I mean,
Right. How it works.
Yeah, no, I mean, that suits your personality, And I think a lot of people are forcing what's not really their own personality, And I mean, with a personality like yours, I mean, you just do that, and it'll be successful.
Right.
Well, we have the benefit because we have a sponsor who essentially shows us for what we are.
Yeah.
And they support the idea that we may not always say the quote-unquote right thing, but it's what we meant.
Yeah.
And they're cool with it, and that's what the fans like because it's real. I mean, you may not like it, but it's real.
I think, actually, to be honest, I think I can include myself in that all three of us, the people that do support us, they always comment that to me. They're like, "Oh, you're just you, and you're just you, and you're just you," And I think that there's a lot of, like the bodybuilding purist fans, I think they're clued into that a little more than the morons, as you know what I mean.
Yep.
And that's sort of part of the industry now that we all have to deal with, and to not sacrifice what you really are for that, I think is a victory when you don't have to do that. You don't feel like you have to do something stupid or silly or a post you don't really want to make.
Well, there's a difference between making your mark on the industry and on the sport and being an internet fame person.
Yeah.
I mean, Jose became Jose winning.
Yeah.
Before all this stuff.
Yeah.
And in the gyms and in the grind, and that's what I was speaking of this morning, is that hardcore bodybuilding in a lot of ways is trying to die, but the crazy people like us aren't going to let it. So hang on. This is the way it's going to be,
Well, no, that's why we consider iForce friends, and we want you guys to come on, I mean, our fans are your fans, just like you said before. I was just telling Dusty before you came on that at my lunch break, I'm looking for good videos to watch. I always wind up watching iForce videos of him training because they're the only like really hardcore videos that I can sit through without something going, oh, that's stupid or something like that. You know what I mean? So it's always, when you come across guys like that, you just kind of feel a bit of a bond with them, like you understand where they're coming from. Now I got to ask you a question about Dusty because I never got to talk to you on the show yet. How did you feel?
1 second, let me give him some money.
Yeah, here we go.
Go ahead.
Go. How did you feel when he turned pro last year?
Oh, I was like a little girl peeing my pants. I flew out there. I made it just in time for prejudging, for finals.
You injured a woman doing that, actually.
Yes, I stepped on a poor girl. I videoed
you were like
it.
George Costanza running away from the fire?
Yeah, I was screaming like I was at a Backstreet Boy concert. It was crazy. Then we had dinner, and I hit the road and flew home. I literally flew in for one day, saw him, and that was...
he was like 4 weeks out for the Olympia.
4 weeks out from the O.
All right, so you packed like 3 meals for the trip, and you were in and out.
Yeah, basically.
Man.
But it was the greatest feeling in the world. Watching someone like him that's fucking killing himself, busting his balls year in and year out, and right there... And I know he can do it if the right circumstance happens.
Yeah.
And it didn't. He didn't give up, He went, had a disappointing USA, where they accidentally, on purpose, didn't put him in the first call out. And I don't know what happened there. But, you know, you work hard and redemption happens. And I love seeing it, you know. And he was there for me in Phoenix this year after I had a debacle the year before. And I came out and killed it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of good. We got a good bond. And we have the same sense of humor. And it's just a good feeling to have a friend like that and to be there and be able to share those moments with him.
Well, there's one moment that I'd love to share with you two guys. Thursday leg workout at Temple Gym for Body Power.
I think we have a deal.
Yeah, let's do
We
it.
have a
I'd love
deal.
to go down and just kill it in that shithole with you guys. That'd be fucking perfect.
I'm gonna get my tetanus shot before we fly out.
Yeah. Make sure you got Band-Aids on your fingers. You'll be good to go.
By then, I'll feel good. My knee will be fine. I'll be healthy. I can't wait. That'll be fun.
Well, if he uses less weight, he can always say, "Well, I won an Arnold."
Right, yeah, well,
And
yeah.
I got nothing.
Maybe I'll start doing like the one plate training now that he's a champ, right?
No,
I just pump.
That's
pump.
not in me. You know, more distracting than the fans is this video clip of Jason posting crying. I keep seeing him crying, and I'm losing my concentration.
I've been watching it all weekend, man.
Does it make you want to cry?
No, not at all. I'm
hell?
sort of numb to it now. I'm getting less emotional. You know what I mean?
The reverse technique.
Yeah, reverse.
Yeah.
Well, I'm really happy to have these guys on. Dusty Hanshaw, IFBB Pro. You haven't changed your Instagram and Facebook handle to say IFBB Pro, Dusty.
Yeah, I got to get to that eventually.
Eventually?
I'm gonna have my name legally changed.
How are people going to know? How are they going to know?
If we're doing our job, they'll figure it out.
That speaks to who he is and why I love him.
It's the first thing I said to him when I saw him
Yeah.
afterwards.
There are people on Facebook that say two-time qualified bikini NPC. What? That's where you hinge your importance in life?
If you look though, mine actually says underneath it because I won a lawn dart championship in '89.
Right.
So I mean, that's a big
Well, I'm
thing.
the 1993 Canadian high school bodybuilding champion. Can I put that on there?
You
Absolutely, that's
You can
usable.
and should.
Dusty Hanshaw, thanks for coming on.
Of course.
Jose Raymond.
Thank you, brother.
Congratulations, champ, man. A lot of people behind you, and I
Thank
couldn't
you.
happen to a harder working guy.
Thank you.
Okay?
Love it.
Live from the Mutant booth at 2015 Arnold Classic. Big Ron Parlow, we're out.